I've been trying to take my eyes off you. Oh girl, it ain't easy, just let go of that body. Why you gotta keep flirting like you do? I waited so patiently, but you don't seem sorry. I seen a little DM, trying to make some plans. Now come on baby, later in the PM, hope that you would understand. I think that if you get to know me, you see I'm way more than nice. I wanna hold you, let me feel you till the morning light.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I'm sure you probably guessed by the title what I'm getting up to today. Yes, we are dyeing my hair. I have finally picked a forever colour, yay! I am big into dyeing my hair every year. It always seems to be like once a year I decide I am bored with brown hair and I need a funky colour. So I actually went ahead and bleached my hair on Thursday night, I think. Yeah, Thursday night. And I was waiting for the dyes to basically come in the mail, so they've come this week and I am so excited. So I went ahead and bought these by Arctic Fox. This video was not sponsored, by the way. I just love this hair dye. And over the years of dyeing my hair, I have tried so many different brands of like colourful hair dyes. Just absolutely love these hair dyes. They last way longer than any other hair dye that I have used. They are like a conditioning treatment as well, so while you're putting them in, they're like conditioning your hair rather than wrecking it. So yes, I went ahead and put on my Star Wars t-shirt. This is my hair dyeing t-shirt. It may not look like it, but at the back it's completely like bleached and dyed all different kind of colours. So yeah, I'm going for a orange / ginger kind of look, so I'm not too worried about this being like too much of like a goldeny colour. Grab a pair of gloves. I feel like I'm doing like an ASMR video or something right now. Putting my gloves on. So I've got my gloves on. Woo! So pretty much I am going to section off my hair. Also, sorry if I keep looking into the viewfinder, I just don't have a mirror. And it's kind of the only thing that is allowed me to see what I'm doing. So just section off my hair and sticking it up into like a little half up, half down bun. And then I'm taking the rest of the hair and I'm just gonna split it like down the middle and put it round to the sides. Oh, these gloves make my hair go really staticky, so it's like sticking to my neck. So usually what I like to do when I'm putting a colour dye on is I don't like to just like scoop it up in my hand because it will drop and go everywhere. So I do take it on the brush first and then I kind of just like stroke it onto the hair and then I will kind of like really like blend it in with my hands. Okay guys, here we go. Oh, this is exciting. I'm nervous. Oh, right, okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna take it and start off blend it to the root. So I'm just gonna take that and literally just blend it in as if you're using like a box dye. Do you know, even though I've mixed it with so much yellow, it's still looking very like neon, like bright neon orange. Believe me, I put almost the entire bottle of the yellow into like the mix with the orange, and it got to the point where like it wasn't getting any lighter no matter how much yellow I put in. So I just kind of was like, I have to go with it, because obviously I want to cover like my entire hair, so I want to put it like right up to the roots as well. I haven't dyed my hair like a bright colour since June last year. So June last year I bleached my hair kind of the same way I did it now, where I didn't do it right up to the roots. I don't really do that anymore because one, your roots grow through too quick and then you've got like this like really funky colour of hair, but then like these black roots coming through, and it's not a great look. I've had it before. The same colour as the box that the dye came in, it was like that colour. So if you follow me on Instagram, it's actually linked to my YouTube. You can go on and have a look at my photos from last year with me having really bright vibrant hair. I had that hair colour for probably about 3 months. Yeah, 3 months. And then I went like a really dark blue on the 4th month, and I had that for an entire month. The Arctic Fox hair dyes, they last so much longer than any other like coloured hair dye that I've ever used. So it was about 3 weeks before the colour was actually like fading, So the turquoise colour was fading into basically like a pale mint green, which I actually loved. I was like, that's actually such a nice colour. And I don't mind her dyes fading because they do fade into like a nice pastel-y kind of colour. So when I dyed my hair the dark blue colour, it had faded into the same mint green colour that the turquoise had done. I don't know, I think I was just like, oh, I'm bored of this now. Like, I knew kind of once I was doing it, when I was dyeing my hair and stuff that time, that it was like my last time like dyeing my hair, because I was like, I know that I'm not going to want to go like a bright colour anymore, because I think I'm just, I mean, you're never too old to go like a mad colour, but I just wanted like a forever colour. And I just kept seeing like all of these like actresses that had like this beautiful ginger hair, and I was like, I love that hair colour. Like, I have had brown hair most of my life, and every time I have brown hair I get really bored of it. So that's usually why at least once a year I will bleach and dye my hair like a funky colour. I have went and got my hair done obviously in salons where I've got it like ombre or balayage, so that's like the brown going into the blonde. But again, it's like the brown on the top is still like too boring for me, and then the blonde was obviously like too tempting because it's like such a light colour that you are just wanting to dye over a mad colour. So I've obviously had like ombre, and it was nice, and looking back at it I was like, yeah, it was nice, but it was a bit too plain for me, and I just wanted a colour that kind of matched my like personality, like more like a natural kind of hair colour. So you've got obviously like your brown, your blonde, black hair, ginger. I've been brown and blonde together. I've never had blonde hair. Blonde's just not really a colour that I would ever want to go. I think it's just too much upkeep. I think it's like when your roots and all start coming through, it's like no. And usually when I get like an idea stuck in my head, it won't leave, and I have to actually follow it through. It's like most of my tattoos, like if I'm looking on Pinterest and I see a picture or an idea and I get that idea in my head, and even if I'm like looking at other pictures, I will always go back to that one idea. I know I'm like chatting a lot in this video, but it's kind of like, I was thinking about doing kind of like a hair dyeing video, and I just thought I don't want to sit here in silence, and at the same time I don't want to do like one of those like videos where you speed through it. I wanted to actually like sit down and like talk about like my experience with hair dye and like all the colours that I've been. So the first ever time that I got my hair dyed, I was 15. It was at a hair salon, and I had really long hair at the time, and I wanted something different. I went and got like highlights. It was kind of like balayage at the time. The year after that I got my hair cut into like a long bob. I don't think I really did much with my hair, obviously, like I said, until I turned 19, and I just had the crazy decision to dye my hair. I really wanted to go like a funky colour, because if you know me, you know that I'm quite like eccentric and like bubbly, and I kind of just wanted a hair to match my personality. I wanted to go green. I've always been drawn to like greens or blues, which is the complete opposite of what I'm going right now. I got my sister to help me. I bought the bleach and the hair dye, and I said, right, okay, I only want to do like ombre. Don't touch the top like with the bleach or anything. Like, we just want it to be like my natural colour going into the bright colour. Sitting there, she's like, yeah, that's fine, no problem, I know what I'm doing. And they felt this big cold blob hit the top of my head, and I was like, Cara, what did you just do? And she was like, did you not want me to do the top of the head? And I was like, no, I just explained this. She was like, quick, wash it off, wash it off. And obviously with bleach, especially at the top of your head, it develops a lot quicker, and I was like, no, there is no point in washing that off, because there will literally be like the square from the brush mark of bleach where it's already lifted on my hair, so there's no point. So I said to her, you just have to bleach the whole thing, like it's too late now, like you may as well do the whole thing. So we did. We actually bleached the whole thing, but I didn't buy enough bleach, so the top of my head was completely bleached, which, you know, looking back on, was completely stupid, because you never start with the top of the head, you never start with the roots, because it lifts quicker, like I said. So basically we'd ran out of bleach and she'd got the ends covered and started like trying to really like put it on the rest of my hair. It didn't lift well in the middle as it did on the top and obviously the ends. So I basically had Joker green hair, probably from my roots to about my ears, and then it was like this seaweed green colour, or like a moss green colour. I honestly don't know how to describe it. It looked different. It was like, okay, well, I'll roll with it, because I'm not really one to get angry or anything if something goes wrong with my hair or something. I'm way too laid back for that. I loved the Joker green colour. I thought it was so vibrant and so intense, and I loved it until the roots started growing through. Guys, I'm naturally auburn, which is like a dark ginger kind of red, and my roots were coming through black. So you know when you're dyeing your hair, there's like a colour spectrum, and you basically have to go the other end of the spectrum if you're wanting to get a colour out of your hair. So if you're doing green or blue, you have got to go red or purple. Those are the tones that will take out the blue or the green in your hair. Otherwise, it's impossible. And blue and green is the hardest, ask anyone, the hardest hair colour to get out of your hair. I went like this really like plum winey colour. Took the green out straight away. It was amazing how much it covered it. And then I kind of was just like using dark chocolate brown box dyes for like a year or whatever to get that like colour to be like brown rather than like the plum colour, because the plum was nice, but if you've seen me, I am very pale, so it was washing me out. It wasn't a great colour for my skin tone, so I kind of just was like trying to get it back to at least like a dark brown. Went to the hairdressers and I got my hair cut right into like a blunt bob, and I fell in love. I absolutely love having a bob. Oh my god, they're so easy to manage. You literally wash your hair and it's dried in 5 minutes. There's no maintenance for it. It is just so much easier, and I do miss it. And I have had like short hair for about 4 years now, so I kind of have this curiosity to see what I would look like again with really long hair. So that's why I'm like growing my hair out at the minute. Since there's been so many times where I have just wanted to chop the whole thing off, but we're being patient and resilient, and we're trying not to do that. So I had my bob, and I think it was the year after we were supposed to go to the Ariana Grande concert in London, but that's when the Manchester attacks happened. We were like, no, like we may as well still go, and you know, we've booked the hotel and the flight, so we may as well just go and enjoy ourselves. So I decided before we went to London to dye my hair again, but to bleach it. And I know that I said to Cara the first time we were ever bleaching my hair, like, don't touch the top, but this time I just went, go for it. Remember, I bought two dyes, two colours. I bought purple and I bought pink, and I had this idea in mind where I wanted to do like the top would be like maybe pink going into the purple, or the other way around. So I said to Cara, do whatever you want. So she put the pink on the top of my hair and she was going to do it like going into the purple. I went and washed my hair and dried it, and when I dried it, it was rainbow. Like, it was a rainbow. It was bright pink going into like this orange peach color. Then it went into like this dusky kind of blue at the bottom. We were like, how? Like, how did that even happen? We bought two colors and we've suddenly made rainbow hair. At least I can look back and say that I have had rainbow hair once in my life, which was really exciting. And I just remember we were in Thorpe Park, and so many like people that were working there, like staff, were like complimenting my hair, and they were like stopping me and being like, your hair is amazing, and I was like, ah, thank you. It's so nice, you know, to just get compliments on something that makes me feel really good. So I had that hair. I think that was actually the longest period of time that I had dyed hair, because usually I will dye my hair a mad colour and I'll have it for a couple of months and then I'm like, I'll go back to brown. I just kind of kept putting the purple on top of my hair, and eventually my hair was like purple at the top going into like the dusky blue colour like the whole way down, and I loved it. It was really beautiful. It was really like subtle but really nice. I went like ombre at just halfway down, like the brown going into like the Joker green again. I don't know what happened. I think I put like a colour over it and it went purple, like the green went purple, and so I just kind of kept trying to get that out for ages. It's really hard to remember because I've been dyeing my hair for about 5 years now, like mad colours, so I'm trying to like remember all of the times that I've like dyed it. I think I'm pretty much went brown for that, and then I was letting it grow out and I went and got the ombre done again, or for the first time maybe. So I pretty much had the brown kind of balayage in my hair until end of May, June, because I remember I was going to get this tattoo done and we were going to see the Vamps in concert that night, and I had it like, it was like red on top going into like this peachy pink colour. And I basically wanted to do it that colour because BTS had just released their new album, Map of the Soul, Persona, and they'd released their song Boy With Love with Halsey, and Jimin, who's my favourite, had this like peachy kind of pink hair, and I was like, yep, that's what I'm gonna have. We went to see the Vamps, and then literally a week later me and Cara flew over to London to go and see BTS in concert, and it was the best day of my life. Like, I actually can't even describe how happy I was. Come back, and then I think I chopped off my hair again. Yes, I chopped off my hair again when we come back from London. It's like this dark red colour going into like a more vibrant red, but somehow my hair had faded that much that it went back into the like brown going into the blonde. And I was like, how did that even happen after like all the dyeing and stuff? Cut my hair again. When I say I cut my hair, it wasn't as if like I was growing my hair really long and then I was like just chopping it again. I was kind of just like tidying it up. So it was maybe like shoulder length, like a long bob. And I was kind of just cutting it again, so it was just sitting above my shoulders. And then we went to Florida in September. So I had that hair for Florida, which was so handy because it's very warm over there, obviously. So happy to have really short hair because I just stuck it in either like 2 French plaits, half up, half down. So it was great to have short hair in Florida. Highly recommend. And then, so when we came back from Florida, I didn't dye or cut my hair or anything. I was actually growing it out for a really long time. So the pandemic hit in March, and I remember buying me and Cara a switch, like the handheld switches, and I bought mine in the turquoise colour, and I was like, ooh, like that's a nice colour. Like, I miss having that kind of like greeny coloured hair. Switches with the Animal Crossing game, and in the game you're able to change your hair colour, and I changed it to like the turquoise colour, and I was like, oh god, I was like, I really want to do it. And I was like, I'm in lockdown, I may as well, like I'm bored and everybody's doing something with their hair in lockdown, so wouldn't be me if I didn't dye my hair at least once this year. So I was like, I'll do the turquoise first just to kind of get the greeny blue colour out of my system, because that was the colour that I wanted to go. Not only did it get that specific colour out of my system, but I think it got like the whole, you know, bright colours and intense colours out of my system as well. I kind of felt like, not that I was too old, like you're never too old to dye your hair a mad colour. I always envisioned myself at like 90 years of age with like wee short like purple hair or something. Like a wee purple haired granny. So you're never too old to dye your hair, obviously, but I just felt, me personally, like my time had come and I had done my years of hair dyeing. So I thought, ginger. My hair was kind of obviously faded with the blue, and I just kind of put like this like real dark auburny copper colour over it, because I was trying to get my hair back to like my natural colour, which is auburn. At the same time I was like, no, I had my heart set on like the ginger. It was my door. It was my dad's birthday card coming. His birthday's next week. He is turning the big 50. What an old man. That actually scares me because I feel old now. So much for not getting dye. I had to like take the glove off to be able to take the card from the mailman. Yeah, so I just kind of said to myself, if the hair fades enough, I'll be able to like stick kind of like a gingery dye on it, but obviously your hair's not going to just magically lighten up. So I don't know what I was thinking. Do you know what? I'm just going to have to bleach it one last time, and that way it will always be the orange ginger colour, and when it fades it's gonna be the perfect color for me, because obviously I don't want like an intense orange, but this is gonna fade in a few weeks and it's hopefully gonna give me that perfect ginger color that I'm wanting. So yeah, I'm just basically putting this all over my roots because I want my roots to be dyed as well, so that it looks really blended. What I like to do is just really like scrunch it into the hair so that it like just really covers like every single little piece. With any hair colouring dye, I would definitely recommend to leave it in 1 to 2 hours. I usually leave mine in 2 hours, maybe above. I have slept with hair dye in before. They do say that your hair gets to a certain point of saturation where like it will no longer keep taking the colour in, like it's kind of like, okay, no. So yep, that's it done, guys. It's pretty much in and all done. I'm just going to wrap it in a plastic bag now and leave that to sit for 2 hours, and then I'm going to wash it off and style it. I will see you guys in 2 hours with hopefully nice orange ginger hair. I look like a rocket lolly. So this is the finished look, guys. I don't hate it. It was a bit brighter than what I expected. There was some parts in it that kind of stayed like a really dark reddy orange, even though I thought I put in so much yellow into that dye. But I'm loving like the ends. Like this is the kind of like light orange color that I'm wanting.
Trying to make some plans. Now come on baby, later in the PM. Hope that you would understand. I think that if you get to know me, you see I'm way more than nice. I wanna hold you, let me feel you till the morning light. I'm more than just...
I actually really love this color. Like really love it. It's so fiery. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to see like what way it fades, to see if it will go into like this kind of lighter blondie ginger color. But yeah guys, I am really loving this hair color. Like it's so cute. Yeah, so guys, that is pretty much it. I think you've listened to me ranting on for quite enough today, and especially talking about her. So I hope you guys like this video. I do really like it, so I'm really glad with how it turned out. As always guys, thank you so much for all the love and support. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye. I can't believe I actually had to answer the door to the postman literally like this. He was probably like